Hey everyone, Amber Kanoy for Everyday Kentucky, back at Solutions Functional Medicine with Mandi Snell, and we're talking about your Women's Health Initiative.
So Women's Health Initiative, also referred to commonly as WHI, is that famous study that villainized estrogen in the early 2000s. And shortly after that, estrogen was deemed a carcinogen. And
wow.
I know, which almost doesn't make common sense, right?
Naturally happens in our body.
Yes. And so, I mean, women who are in perimenopause and menopause right now have heard their entire menstrual life that hormone replacement therapy causes breast cancer, and it causes clots and disease and stroke as a result of clot. Well, that data, WHI, has actually been debunked about 6 years ago. And in spite of that, however, 70% of women who are in perimenopause and menopause are not yet being treated. And it takes a while for good science for the standard of care to follow good science. And the North American Menopause Society has deemed that 70% of women are still not being treated for menopause. And so women are confused in this time in history. In fact, one of the pieces of literature that we want people to read, particularly, is the book Estrogen Matters by Dr. Avram Blumey. This is such a great book. I tell ladies, when you're turned 40, you should make sure you buy no less than 2 of these books. You'll take this. You said, no, I want you to make sure you promise that. But you need one for yourself and then one for your friend who's in the same situation. Because people's response to this book tends to be 3 things. Number 1, they'll think, wow, this is where that story came from. Number 2, they'll think, oh, look at all the benefits of estrogen in my body, and I don't want to be left out of that. And number 3, they'll think, might even be a little angry because they know and maybe love women in their lives whose bodies have been compromised from the absence of estrogen in their lives as a result of the media frenzy that happened in 2002 as a result of this study. So we tell clients, you have to be equipped to be able to handle the misinformation and the polarized view on that, because women can stand in front of 2 different providers, all of them competent, all of them hardworking, all of them sincere and well-meaning, and both of those providers have opposite positions about hormone replacement. And so you have to be equipped to be able to weed through that, know where that comes from, and be able to make a competent decision on your own.
And you help them do that, right?
Yes, we call it love to be your librarian. We tell clients we don't want you to take our word for it. We want to be to equip you, to show you some science, to make it easy for you, to kick the tires on what you've learned about estrogen, so that you can have the benefits that that the wins that are there for you. And this isn't a matter of if this happens to women; it's when.
All right, we'll give them a call or go online if you have any more questions.